What's up, everyone? Today I want to talk about why understanding collisions is so important for our training as a whole. So in life, whenever we walk, run, jump, and sprint, we are inducing collisions. Our foot's hitting the ground. From a physics standpoint, we're getting a rapid amount of force applied to our body through the foot, right? That's our first impact, up the kinetic chain. We have to absorb that force, I don't really like that term, we'll use it, whatever, and redirect it. Like when you're running, each contact is kind of a collision with the ground. Now, in the weight room, just about nothing we do is collision-based. Everything's grounded, it's slower tempo, it's controlled tempo. That's totally fine, and that's okay. But we need to remember that there is a difference between what we do in life, in sport, on the field, on the court, and what we do in the weight room. Remember, the weight room is designed to supplement your activities. It's designed to help you get better at what you're trying to actually get better at. Now, for some people, the final goal, the starting and stopping point, might be the weight room itself, and that's okay. But for someone like me, I want to be athletic. I like to play sports, run around, jump. I need to train the ability to handle those types of impacts and collisions. So let's think about it. We can use the weight room to build up strength, muscle, power, right? The contractile qualities of the muscle. But we also need to have some level of impact, collisions, going on through the ankle, obviously the foot, I should say, up the kinetic chain. So doing things in the weight room, we do things like progress and regress and exercise, right? You don't just walk in and try and max out on your back squat and do the most number of reps possible. You take your time and you build up, and every now and then you push yourself, but not all the time. The same kind of goes for collision or plyometric training in concept. We have our maximal outputs, the ones you see on social media, the high box jumps and sprints and all this stuff, but we have lots of other things that happen in sport, by the way, that aren't maximal effort, right? Think about it like this. Like, you don't really sprint or try and jump as high as you can that often in a basketball game. You really don't. You might sprint at like 80% and you might jump at 85% quite a bit. You might do a lot of low-level shuffling side to side stuff, but you're not like every possession just sprinting all out. Only football is kind of somewhere the case where you do that. That is American football because, well, the sport itself involves larger rest intervals and it's whatever. It's not here nor there. Point of it is a lot of life we do is these submaximal extensive plyometrics in the sports you play. And that's kind of a common theme I see people missing in their training. It's like, look, they do the heavy lifting. They get the idea of getting stronger. They like the muscles. You see them in the mirror. I get it. I like lifting weights too. I like bench pressing. I like squatting, sure. But to function on the field and maintain my athleticism as long as I can, I need to make sure I'm training those impacts and those collisions. So low-level extensive plyometrics and so on are the ways I do that. Band-assisted movements, band-resisted movements, so on and so forth. So keep that in mind next time you think about your training. Don't just think about training in terms of only the weight room. Think about why you're training. What are you doing it for? Is it to help you get better outside the weight room, these life activities? And if that's the case, what kind of collisions are taking place, right? If you were doing jiu-jitsu or some sort of, grappling type sport, those impacts are different. Actually, a lot more upper body impacts. So maybe your training needs to involve those kind of things. Again, just being pragmatic with the situation, really considering what's going on, and then understanding the innate limitations of what we have in the weight room, but also how we can use the weight room to help us get better. So I appreciate you guys listening as always. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys like these videos, feel free to subscribe, comment, and share. I appreciate you guys always, and enjoy. Take care.